Gemini.
Hello everyone, welcome to your March forecast, that of 2015. Before we start today, there's a couple of little news lines, and I want to give a shout out to one specific person out there that has come to my attention, brought to me by many of you, and thank you for that. But one of you out there probably listening now has uploaded, or should I say downloaded my videos and uploaded them to their channel as their own content. And that's not cool. That's not the way we do it on YouTube. But to the rest of you, not even for you who did this, you might not, be well versed in how YouTube works. But you're all free to take my channel and feature it as a favorite channel on your YouTube page, or you can embed the code and put it on your web page. That is perfectly fine. But it is not cool to download and upload it as your own. So hopefully you won't be doing that now for this month in March. I would rather not have to go around the whole YouTube system to get them down. So anyway, then the good news also here this month for you is that we have now a newsletter that I want you to sign up for. You're going to see the sign up form right here, and we are going to be giving away a free private reading every month. So when you sign up, we can draw your name. And it's easy, just your first name, don't need the last name, just your first name and your email. And I want to thank all of you who's already found your way to my website even before it has been announced. So there's already a huge sign up for it. And the other good thing is, it's when I address you here every month, I do it through 12 different channels, because you're in 12 different signs. Through the newsletter, I can reach all of you with new content, new videos, which I will be posting to the newsletter only, not here on YouTube, but you will get those things, all those goodies here on the newsletter. So be sure to sign up here now. It's just to pause the video, click the sign up button, come back, and then re-listen to what now is coming up for you here in March. Let's take a look at that. Hello Gemini, this is March, and it's a career month for you, and I hope the quality of this video is better than what it has been. God knows what happened to the settings there last month where everything turned yellow. However, though, this month your focus is all about getting ahead and expanding the area of your career to be able to move forward. Some of you will be starting new jobs or new levels within the work field that you're already in. So the assignments that I'm seeing coming to you this month might indicate there's a lot of new creativity coming in to being too. And not only do you have the sun, Neptune we know has been and will continue to be in this area for a long time still yet to come, but it being in the sign of Pisces, Pisces is all about creativity. You're going to be given the chance this month now to bring up some of your most creative sides and express this in what I would like to call new beginnings. Some of you might, like I said, start new jobs. We have the new moon here in this area too, which will be March 20th. And it's at that last degree of Pisces in this area, but it's very potent, it's strong. We have a total solar eclipse here on March 20th as well. So that indicates the ending of those things that no longer behooves you from the universe's point of view, which always knows best. So it's like it may eliminate something that is now concluded to open up new doors. And with this new moon, it's like, how exciting is that? So circle in the 20th. Now what I'm going to change up a little bit here this month for you all here at Gemini is I'm going to speak about the planets, where they are, which houses they're affecting, which is the areas of life they're affecting, which signs they're in, so I can spend a little bit more time interacting on that. And then I'm going to create a separate video, which you will see at the very end of this one. There will be a direct video link. You can click on it to get all the dates coming up, important dates for you now in March. And now February was relatively slow not too many aspects going on, so it was time to kind of catch up. February was great, but March we got 16 very important key dates that you want to look at to see what they're going to do so you can prepare for them. We got a couple of great transits coming up, and we also have a couple that we want to be well aware of as well, so you do want to listen to that video too. Now, moving right along here, we have Venus and Mars in your social house, along here with Uranus, and they're both going to be passing across Uranus, and as you know by now, Uranus denotes change. It brings upon changes that you initiate, but Uranus can also come with changes all on its own, thrown upon us unexpectedly, for better or worse, right? But it's always exciting. It's never boring where that shows up. So Venus ruling love, that is the romantic energy this month, I feel is going to be very straightforward. It's in the sign of Aries. Aries is very direct. What you see is what you get, right? You might feel a little bit more bold this month to reach out and initiate or pursue, because Mars too is here in the sign of Aries, upon which it rules, you know, so Mars is really at home. Venus here is powering up, and then here at some point throughout this month, they will also hand in hand follow each other and initiate this contact with Uranus. So it's going to be surprises to be expected. Then we have Jupiter still here in your third house for communication. The third house, Gemini, is the area of life which you rule. Okay, it's ruled by Gemini. But Jupiter is in Leo in your third house, so you're communicating beautifully in the Leo style of grandiose, where you're coming forward with playfulness. Jupiter is currently still retrograde until that of next month, so some of you might have already seen how Jupiter has brought back some previous opportunities that you probably didn't take on earlier because you were busy or engaged elsewhere. So this is a time to pay attention though to see what opportunities that can still be presented for you this month. Some of you might still be traveling a little bit more than usual, and that should all be good. Take a little time for pleasure too, not just all work, as Jupiter loves to play, and so does Leo. It's the adventure energy. So if you have any assignments where you're going to be speaking, presenting, this is a great time to do so. Jupiter is allowing you to really look good, Gemini, to express yourself, who you are, where you're coming from. And I see you're so extra articulate here with this placement. We have the full moon March 5th in the area of home and family. The full moon will be here on March 5th, and so it's going to highlight, it's going to illuminate this area of family, and whatever new seeds that you planted with last month's new moon intentions, you might see how that's going to come into fruition. And I see how you are trying also to cast some light on how you could organize maybe a little bit better those things at home, maybe rearranging some furniture or cleaning out of some closets. That might be a great way to spend this full moon. It's showing up 14 degrees in Virgo, so you might want to see if you have any planets at that degree or anywhere else in your chart, because that full moon will also ricochet off on those and illuminate those areas in your chart. Then we have Saturn still in your 7th house, which it has been now since that of December, and most of you have felt how this has started up, especially those of you early on, Gemini, in the early degrees or the early dates of your sign, have now been able to engage how that has turned a corner and created more seriousness in your relationships. Those of you born later in the sign of Gemini, you won't get that quite yet, because Saturn is now going to retrograde here on March 15th. And so it's going to cycle back and out of the 7th house, back into the 6th. And the 6th house was the area that you have been working very diligently with the last 2.5 years. So you can start to expect after March 15th that you might start re-encountering unfinished business. Wrap it up. It'll take 4 to 5 months, and then we shall see that Saturn will close that door once and for all for the next 28 years, okay? And then it will move back into the area of relationships. So anything between now and March 15th, enjoy it, establish it, put down the roots that you need to in your relationship. So that's kind of secured till the time that retrograde begins. That's just some good advice. Mercury this month here is in Aquarius. That brings some very original thought processing ideas. We download a lot when Mercury goes through Uranus, because it's those higher channels, the higher chakras that we have in our consciousness, and we receive divine inspiration and divine intervention at times too. And passing through your 9th house has to do with higher knowledge. So some of you might be thinking or deciding to take on some classes. In that case, it's all good. Mercury's direct again. You're clear to go. Some of you might feel that it might tempt you to do some traveling or looking into researching perhaps some foreign country. This is the area of your chart for long distance travel, or also more interaction with foreign people, cultures, and places too. Then again, others of you might start doing some research and preparations now for the new job that lays ahead of you. We mentioned that the sun is in the 10th house for career. The new moon is there, so there might be offers for new beginnings. So Mercury right now is powering up to prepare itself for starting off on those new areas so that you can have a flying start, right? Knowledge is always a good thing to have along with it. So this Venus until the 18th is in your social house. It's time to, like I said, to catch up with friends, devote more loving space and time with them, and then it is going to move into your 12th house. Venus will ingress into Taurus, which is your 12th house, the area of the subconsciousness, the area of karmic healing, cleansing, also a time to kind of reboot your batteries, recharge. So after the 18th, you might feel like you want to step back, but from March 1st to the 18th, it is full speed ahead and being very attractive out there amongst your friends too. It's like you're a leader this month here, Gemini. So we have a solar eclipse, total solar eclipse, that will be here for you in your 10th house. I mentioned that on the 20th, so definitely pay attention to it. I'll speak a little bit more on it when you listen to the calendar for March month, okay? So this is what we have this month. You do want to listen to your partner's chart as well, and of course your moon or rising sign, but right now listen straight to the end so you can find the click through button to the calendar, and also that of signing up for the newsletter. You want to do that, as we're going to have more chats that I can send to you here in the future. So have a good one, and I will see you next month.